Good morning, everyone. I'm Josh Linforth, Chief Revenue Officer here at Genius, and I'm here to take you through our media business. By now, you've seen what Genius IQ can do. Not just the depth of data it captures, but the deep fan engagement it unlocks. Our differentiated technology is already pushing our advertising business into real growth, as demonstrated in our Q3 results. I'm now going to show you how Genius IQ data turns into advertising dollars, and why our media business is a high-margin growth engine for Genius. I'm going to cover three things. First, the shift in the sports media and advertising landscape. Second, the assets only Genius can bring together. And third, how our managed and self-serve models scale to a projected 300 million of media revenue by 2028. Sports remains the most powerful live medium, representing over 90 of the top 100 US broadcasts last year. But fan behavior has changed. Modern fans watch the game on one screen, track fantasy on another, and debate plays on social in real time. They don't watch sports, they absolutely live it. And that passion translates into spending. Sports fans spend roughly 80% more on retail, streaming, and entertainment than the average consumer. But they're also the hardest audiences to reach with precision. Digital ad spend passed $700 billion last year. It's estimated that global spend on live contextual sports advertising is expected to exceed $100 billion by 2028. The opportunity is massive, but the tools built for it are outdated. They see channels, not people, touch points, not emotion. That is the gap that Genius has built to solve. And that is exactly why we built FANHub, our fan activation platform. It solves the marketer's core challenge: reach the right fan in the right moment with the right message. Think of it as retail media for sport. The same way that Amazon and Walmart use their shopper data and controlled inventory, Genius uses three unique advantages. Genius IQ, the fastest, richest real-time game intelligence in global sport, spanning over 300,000 games annually. FANHub ID, the only identity graph built for the modern multi-sport fan, providing insight to over 200 million fans globally. I want to pause here for a second and highlight that scale, because this combination creates the most powerful sports-focused data set in the world. And then third, our unique advantage is our exclusive inventory, augmented ads, BetVision, and other data-driven premium content. These advantages are the foundation of the Genius Media Network, a system no one else in sport can touch. And FANHub is the platform that connects it all.
Reaching today's sports fans requires a marketing strategy that extends far beyond the stadium. That's why Genius Sports created FANHub, the world's only advertising and activation platform that puts sports at its core. With decades of experience working directly with leagues and teams worldwide, Genius Sports has engineered FANHub to reach fans at the right moment with the right message. Create personalized ads in seconds, reflecting fan preferences like favorite teams and real-time game scores and events. Find your audience with FANHub's exclusive curated marketplaces and deliver your campaigns across multiple channels on any device. Modern real-time dashboards help you optimize campaign performance and understand fans better than ever before. The results? Unparalleled fan engagement, increased brand loyalty, and a game-changing return on your investment. Book a FANHub demo and transform your brand's game plan today.
So the first key advantage is our real-time signals, allowing us to respond instantly when a buzzer beater, touchdown, or goal happens. An advantage that is measured in milliseconds, but Genius IQ goes beyond the scoreboard. It detects the emotional moments that never show up in the box score: a near miss, a loose ball, a momentum swing, a comeback. We've built the first AI engine in sport that links the in-stadium official data to the physiological truth of how fans actually react in real time. we've trained models on synchronized streams of play-by-play, tracking, and contextual NFL signals alongside biometric inputs from fans, such as heart rate variability, micro-expressions, a galvanic response, attention patterns during the live moment. This gives scientifically validated map of emotion from excitement, tension, anticipation, frustration, and a momentum response. This isn't inferred, it's not guessed, it's measured. Our models understand which game events reliably trigger which physiological states, and which creative message generates the strongest behavioral lift inside each one of those states. And here's the part no one else in the market can touch. This training data is only possible because of our official rights. Competitors can copy the language, but they cannot replicate the training sets, the emotional baselines, or the predictive accuracy of these models. Looking ahead, we can scale these models across a variety of sports, compounding our advantage even further. This is what allows Genius IQ to shape creative, pacing, and targeting in real time, delivering advertising that truly moves with the rhythm of the game. But it goes further. Our view of the modern fan is built on deep first-party data across our whole ecosystem. For example, our free-to-play games, with trivia, brackets, daily fantasy, and more, these experiences give us direct insight into the teams, the players, the competitions that fans care about most. Then with BetVision, it adds another dimension. With Nielsen integrated directly into the player and bet slips built into the viewing experience, we know who is watching. We know how they're betting. This is why scaled global distribution of BetVision matters. It produces a layer of audience intelligence no one else has. Then the Sports Innovation Lab acquisition further strengthened our leadership in audience intelligence. It gives us transactional level data for more than 200 million US adults across billions of purchases. The same way as many investors in this room track consumer spending patterns to predict a retail company's earnings, we now have the same insight, but we index it to sports fandom. So we know far more than if someone's a WNBA fan. We know if they're a WNBA fan who flies American Airlines, stays at a Marriott hotel, or orders Sweetgreen for lunch. When you understand which audiences align with which brands, you drive better results. And we know that fandom is not fixed. It's fluid. It shifts across leagues, platforms, and players as the emotion and the storyline change. Our data is built to follow those shifts in real time and allow advertisers to tap into those emotional moments. FANHub ID is the identity spine that unifies these signals into one privacy-safe view, letting advertisers follow fans wherever their passion goes. Let me bring all of this to life with a few examples. Wendy's partnered with us to reach college football fans during the NCAA season. As part of their partnership with Big Noon Kickoff on Fox, we identified and reached viewers of the marquee game each week. Using our dynamic creative tools and official NCAA data, we triggered real-time saucy nugs ads every time a fumble happened. The creative changed based on the regional dipping sauces tied to the teams playing. A great example of how Genius ties brand messaging to live game moments and fan emotion. And this resulted in a 120% lift in view-through rates versus the baseline. This is just one example of the hundreds of campaigns we've executed across our diverse customer base. And we're not just redefining where and when ads appear. We are redefining what an ad can be. Through our augmented ads platform, brands show up inside the action, embedded directly into replays, highlights, live feeds, with no disruption. This inventory is created in the moment, inside the content that fans care about most. Look at our work with the Los Angeles Rams and Verizon at SoFi Stadium. We placed branded replay graphics directly onto the largest screen in sports. As a result, fans looked up, not down. We captured attention that would normally disappear into mobile devices and turned it into premium, measurable inventory. We're also leaning into the surge of altcasts that mix commentary, advanced graphics, and immersive visuals. For the NFL Thanksgiving game, we teamed up with EA Sports and Peacock for the second edition of the Emmy-nominated Maddencast. It fused live football with a video game feel and a new sky camera that pulled the classic EA point of view straight into the real world. We're even redefining what is possible on the main broadcast. For the WNBA on FanDuel Sports Network, we brought advanced stats into the game and integrated Shopify in a way that added to the moment rather than distracting from it. These are only a few examples of how Genius is creating entirely new advertising inventory. And rights holders see the opportunity. Our recently signed deals with FanDuel Sports Network and NBC demonstrate that. Across these deals, Genius now holds exclusive augmented ad sales rights for 14 NBA teams, resulting in 600 games a year. This is our technology reshaping the ad market. We are building the next generation of live sports ad formats. The momentum is real. Broadcasters and brands are leaning in because augmented ads deliver more revenue and stronger reach. Every piece of it is powered by Genius IQ. Alongside this, BetVision is establishing a new category of immersive viewing. As you heard earlier, this year we streamed approximately 20,000 live events across football, basketball, and soccer. And fans on BetVision are 3 times more engaged than the average sports viewer. That attention is only available through Genius. For advertisers, this is premium inventory with no equivalent anywhere in the market that we're aware of. And every viewing experience we touch becomes new, high-value inventory. From BetVision, augmented highlights, branded replays. All of it becomes new monetization for broadcasters and leagues, and a new way for brands to show up where fans actually pay attention. Before I move on from our unique inventory, I want to come back to something you heard from Mark and Matt. Genius IQ doesn't just analyze the game. It creates a 3-dimensional digital twin of the game, built in real time from mesh data. Pause and actually take that in. Because this is one of those ideas that sounds so simple until you realize just how enormous it is. In the future, people will not watch video. Provocative, yes, but once you understand the technology underneath it, the scale of the opportunity becomes impossible to ignore. I want to explain how all of the products you've heard about today act as the building blocks for the future monetization of sports fans. We are not creating video. We are creating a digital recreation of sports, a true digital twin. As you heard earlier, that means a complete graphical reconstruction of the match, generated not from cameras, but from hundreds of millions and soon billions of data points. And here's how it works. Our iPhone mesh capture network filmed the match inside the stadium. On those devices, footage is processed on device, turning every frame into tens of thousands of data points. That stream of volumetric positioning data, body positions, limb angles, ball trajectory, that's mesh. That mesh feeds into graphics engines, owned or third party. Those engines render an environment that to the viewer becomes indistinguishable from video. a fully synthetic broadcast generated from pure data, delivered instantly to any screen, TV, mobile, console, headset. That is the viewing experience of the future. And let me be crystal clear. This is not vaporware. This is not a concept. This isn't some fantasy pitch deck. What comes next is execution. Rolling this out, sport by sport, league by league. Enabling Genius and our partners to build on mesh data. And once sport becomes fully digital, everything changes. Because every surface becomes potential inventory. The players, the pitch, the ball, the signage, the crowd. Every pixel becomes personalized, clickable, and measurable. And for fans, this unlocks behaviors that don't even exist today. Choose any angle. Watch through the eyes of the referee, the striker, or the ball itself. Fly the camera anywhere. Blend fantasy, gaming, and betting layers directly into the match. Change the perspective and change the experience, all in real time. This is the ultimate sports advertising platform. Fully personalized, fully measurable, fully interactive. And because the entire experience is digital, we know exactly who the fan is, what they care about, and how to connect them to the right brand at the right moment. This is where sports consumption is going. And Genius IQ is the infrastructure that makes all of it possible. Everything we build, from Genius IQ to FANHub to BetVision, centers on one principle. Connect every signal of sport into one intelligent media network. Advertisers get the richest real-time data and creative tools. Broadcasters gain new monetization and inventory. Leagues capture more value from every moment of live action. It's not a marketplace. It's an ecosystem where Genius connects data, media, and emotion to deliver compounding value across sports' global audiences. Put these capabilities together, and the value unlock is clear. We've built an ecosystem that is unmistakably unique in this industry, with data, live signals, exclusive inventory, distribution, all in one place, and the monetization is already designed to scale. We monetize this through two engines. First, managed spend. Advertisers give us a budget, we run the campaign end to end. Revenue is recognized on a gross basis. The second is self-serve packages. Advertisers purchase curated deals of audience data, live signals, and exclusive inventory, all activated inside their existing buying platforms. Revenue is recognized net at nearly 100% incremental margin. This is the model that unlocks hyperscale. Historically, most of our media revenue came from managed spend. But global agencies who control the majority of advertising dollars prefer self-serve. FANHub puts us inside that flow for the first time. That is why the model matters. One system, two monetization paths, both growing, one with nearly 100% margin. We expect $500 million of total ad spend to be flowing through Genius by 2028. A growing share will shift to self-serve, dramatically lifting margins. Every dollar that moves into self-serve contributes at nearly 100% incremental margin. And this is how we expect to achieve $300 million in media revenue by 2028. I want to be clear about how everything you've heard today fits together. Every product in our stack is a building block for the future monetization of the sports fan. None of these products stand alone. They are deliberate steps in progression. We operate on a simple framework. Now, next, later. The now products drive our revenue today. The next is already scaling through augmented ads, BetVision, and FANHub. And the later, the fully digital synthetic broadcast, is not in our financials. Not yet. But every investment we have made is designed to bring the industry to that point. And when that shift happens, Genius is not scrambling to catch up. We are already sitting on the infrastructure that makes it all possible. The biggest opportunity now and in the future is the global agencies. They control most of the world's advertising spend. That is where we're focused and where we're winning. We have partnered with PMG, one of the leading independent agencies, with clients like Nike, Peloton, and Beats by Dre. And we recently announced our partnership with Publicis, the largest agency in the world, by a wide margin. So what do these announcements mean? It means that each agency partnership we sign places Genius directly into the demand channels that control billions in spending power, unlocking access to thousands of brands around the world. This translates to everything from five-figure test campaigns tied to a particular sporting event to multi-million-dollar strategic partnerships with brands and their respective agencies. These are the building blocks of our media business. The momentum is real. Everything is now coming together. The customer base is growing, inventory is expanding, demand is rising. We are winning because our outcomes beat alternatives. When new clients see higher ROI with Genius, they increase spend. It's predictable. It's repeatable. It is the growth engine. The trajectory is straightforward. Advertisers see stronger ROI. Spend consolidates with Genius. We execute more campaigns. Credibility compounds. Growth accelerates. Others watch sports. We read it. Others chase fans. We understand them. Others sell impressions. We are creating moments. This is the value creation in sport, and only Genius has the infrastructure to deliver it at scale. In our next session, we will move from talk to proof. I want you to hear directly from our customers who are reshaping the sports advertising landscape. But for now, let's take a break and we'll reconvene in 10 minutes. Thank you.